Happy Christmas to everybody, wherever you are. I bought myself yesterday a little Christmas treat, and I'm going to show you what it is. The giveaway might be this beautiful high tensile bag which says Olivetti on it. Let's take out what I've got in the bag and see what Christmas might look like. This is an Olivetti Lettera 32. It weighs 8.5 pounds, and I've been doing a little bit of research. I bought it from a specialist typewriter shop here in Oaxaca in southwestern Mexico, and we can see a few things about it. If I look here on the front cover of the Lettera, very heavy metal product, but Olivetti Lettera in block letters 32, that dates it either to 1965 or 1968, but it's a beautifully reconditioned machine. I don't know whether this was very little used or they had some great amounts of stock to recondition it. If we look on the back, we can see that it tells us Olivetti Mexico S.A.A. hecho en Mexico. So this is one of the items that was produced in a factory here in Mexico between 1965 and 1968. If I take off the cover, nice and easy to do that, we can see various things inside it. Obviously we've got the ribbon spools, we've got the basket as it's called for the keys. Underneath, we have a solid cover, which is great because it reduces the amount of dust. And here I've got some legs, which give a nice rubberized support according to the surface that I'm working on. And here, on the side, I can see some manufacturing letters, the serial number 1223128, which leads me to think this might have been made in 1968. I've got some research to do on that, but what a beautiful machine. Here it is, my Olivetti Lettera 32. Some simple things to look at. Here I've got a key which allows the carriage return to move. So when it's traveling, that stays in the down position and it's locked, it can't move any further. I've got the rabbit's ears paper holder at the top to support the paper that I'm using. I can move the margins here, so I can set that to, for example, about 0.75 of an inch and maybe take it out to 80 there. And that works really nicely. What else can I show you on my beautiful machine? Oh yeah, here I've got the carriage return. But again, you see I've locked it, so I take it out of locked. And I can move the carriage. I've got line spacing here. Let me just take that back. There we go. So that could take that red button here, takes it back to full carriage return. Top left here, I can see the numberings 0, 1, 2, or 3, and that gives me my line spacing. So if I want a single line space between each piece of, between each line that I'm writing, it's fine, or I can set it to 2 or 3. At the moment, I've just got it on 1 for some work I'm hoping to do after Christmas Day. What else can I show you? Yeah, these little these ribbon spools are held in place with some simple metal nuts here. So that, if you lose these, there's a great deal of trouble, but placing that on there allows me, if I can get it back on, yes. There we go. That's my spool, nice and tight. And the great thing about the Lettera 32 is that it will only use Olivetti components. I bought a spare one while I was in the shop, so I've got an Olivetti ribbon ready to go for maybe in a few months' time. Close the rabbit ears down there. I can close that here, and I take that back to its position and I lock the carriage return in place. This is beautiful, this lovely metal cover fits on here very nicely. And I've got what looks to be a 1968 Olivetti Lettera 32 ready to use, ready to take with me. Like I said, it weighs 8.5 pounds. I'm so delighted with it because it seems like it was such a good thing to buy. The shop I went into had a range probably of 7 or 8 different types of Olivetti machines, and maybe had half a dozen to a dozen of each of the types. But I had something very similar to this back in the 1980s when I wrote my first travel manuscript on an Olivetti. I can't remember whether it was a 32 or whether it was an Olivetti 25, but I had it in Belgium and I spent a summer there writing on a machine just as beautiful as this. And the idea that I was able to get this in such decent condition, I don't know whether it's in good condition or very good condition, but I'm very happy with it. And it's something that I think I can take great pride in using and working with. And the fact that it only weighs 8.5 pounds, I mean, I say only, compared to my MacBook Air, this is a beast. But as a portable piece of kit, I think it's tremendous. I love the dark green colorway. There were some in orange, there were several in beige, and there was one in a duck egg blue, but I like the dark coloring of this one. And the fact that it's made in Mexico, that it came from the original Mexican factory. I must find out where that was as a piece of history, just so I understand it. But to know that I've got this, it just feels so really special. Olivetti Mexico, hecho en Mexico. And as I've said, I've looked at the various typewriter designation online groups and aficionado sites, and this was either made in 1965 or in 1968, because the logoing that they've used, the lowercase Olivetti with the uppercase Lettera 32, and this block lettering on the Olivetti and the lighter, thinner font on the capitals, that only happened in 1965 and 1968. So quite remarkable that this is almost the same age as me. I love the fact that it was built in Mexico, that I bought it in Mexico, and that I spend so much time here now. And being in Oaxaca today, or this week, has been very special because we're looking to potentially make this a place where we can live full-time. And I now have on my desk a beautiful machine with which to celebrate writing, creativity, and living in Mexico. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's just a little quick show of my machine. I think what I will probably do in the next few weeks is trial it out, put some paper in there and write with it, and maybe we can have a half-hour video where I'm writing on the typewriter and we can have a write with me session, so that as I work on this I can record some video and we can write together. Wherever you are in the world, happy writing and have a happy, peaceful Christmas.